Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. It's your boy Andre and we're back with another video. At this very moment we're back with my nephew's PC. As you can tell, it is cracked open from the side. We're about to do some upgrades and before I send it off to Texas. If you've been following this channel prior, you'll see that I've been working on this PC for a while now. I'll put the links down below if you guys want to check out those videos on getting this far to the PC. So what we're going to be upgrading today, we'll be installing the Lian Strimmers. I have the 3x8 pin by Lian for the GPU, as well as the Strimer V2 Plus for the 24 pin. So those will be installed onto his PC. Currently, what's in there is just your standard wires, your standard setup. So you guys will see, so you guys can see what I'm talking about. So you have your multicolored, you got your multicolored 24 pin, as well as your. I think this is actually an adapter for the Corsair power supply. I think it's like $30. I think it was $30 or $20. I'll leave it down below if you guys are looking for something like this. This was just an adapter for the Corsair power supply for those who does not have the already adaptive capabilities for the GPU. The 4000 series, right? So this is what I needed for this particular power supply, which is actually the Corsair RX 850. I think it's like a 2021 model, I believe. So I'll also leave this link down below in case anyone is interested in picking something like this up for their PC. For this particular videos, for anyone who currently have I won't say a regular setup, but a setup without RGB installed in terms of the Strimer and as well as the Strimmers to the GPU. So this is what this video is about: updating those Strimmers, upgrading the generic cables to the fancy Lian RGB vomit. So let's get right into it, guys, and hope you guys enjoy this one. Leave a like down below, leave a comment down below, and tell me what you guys think about this video. Let's get right into it. Okay, so what we're going to do, we're going to get these boxes on the open and I'm going to start with the 24 pin first. So let's turn this PC around and get to the 24 pin, which is basically right here how I wired it. I did like a whole explanation how and why I did it this way on one of my videos. I'll leave that link down below as well. So let's get this thing disconnected, which should be pretty easy. There we go. Let me just take this out so I have more mobility right here. It's pretty stiff. All right, get that out the way. Let's turn it back around and get this thing disconnected from the motherboard. I mean, the orange was great and all, but on talking to my nephew, he really wanted RGB. So my next best step up would be the RGB Strimmers from Lian, which I actually do have on my own build as well. For those who wants to see that, I will also link that down below. Give me a sec, my hands are really dry. Okay, let's get right back into it. Okay, so 24 pin disconnected. Let's get this thing unboxed. Okay, so I got everything out the box. Let's get a closer look on what we have from that box. Okay, so here we are. We got some white clips here. Some, I guess, white accent clips. Instead of using the blacks, you could change out to the white accent clips. What I'll probably do like white and black. Let's see how that goes. I think I did it with my daughter's build. And then you have the Strimer Plus hub. Now here's the thing that I forgot to consider. another USB header. Now I do have on hand a USB adapter. All right, so we're gonna get the removal of the lower bay so I can see what's underneath. Okay, all right. So it's easy pull out, no pun intended. So by the looks of things, it looked like I am going to need the adapter. So I'm going to have to look. I remember seeing it someplace, just not too exactly sure where I've seen it. So I'm going to track it down real quick and get back to the video. All right, guys, so it's actually been the next day. I got caught up yesterday, had to cook and take the wife to work and everything. So I came back a little tired. So here we go again. I was looking for a USB adapter. So these is what I will be installing into this PC to add more USB devices. At the very moment, the motherboard can only support 2 USB connectors. So by connecting this to the motherboard, I'm giving myself or the PC 1, 2, 3, 4 devices connectivity. So this will be installed to the PC. So let's get a closer look and see. And let's get a closer look so I can show you guys how to connect it and where I'm going to place it inside the PC case. Okay, so if you guys look close enough, hopefully it picks up well on the camera, that these are the 2 USBs I'm going to disconnect. I'm going to disconnect one of them, place one of the adapter ends to this side, and I'll be able to split it. I could basically choose either one. I'm going to choose this one right here. I think I'm gonna choose this one right. Let me see which one is more. I gotta see which wire has more leverage or more stretch to reach one of these here. So I'm gonna go with this one here. Let's turn it around. So it's actually running from, where is it running from? This hub right here. So I'm going to just push it on through underneath all this mess over here to get to that splitter. So now that I have this right here, I'm just going to then now plug in that one splitter, the Y splitter, into here. So plug this right into here. Okay, that's in. I want to make sure it's all the way in. I don't want no issues. Okay, so feel like it's all the way in. This should be okay. Or maybe I could, let me see. Oh, okay. Let's make sure I can see it on this side. So here it is right here. Now it looked like I may have a good space for it. I want to show you guys what I may end up doing. So if you look close, this is where it is right now. When you turn it around, there's like there's a little platform underneath. So what I end up doing is sticking it underneath here, and I'll be able to just reach it from there and pull out wires. So I'm going to mount it up below this little square platform right here. So that's what I'm doing. So let's get doing that right now. So yeah, I'm gonna do it this way. I'm gonna have this connectors facing towards the back of the case. So I'm gonna connect it right here with the adhesive, and it will be a permanent fix. It's gonna be a permanent fix. So I just want to make sure that once it's in, it's not gonna go anywhere. This, it will be just a spare. I'm just going to disconnect it and just have it. I'm going to ship it to Texas with the PC. What I'll do now, I would just leave this just on top of the PSU and just let it sit. So I don't want this being fed continuous power when it's not being used. So I'm just gonna disconnect it, have the wire sit to the side for whenever he does need it, when he gets older and he's more familiarized with his PC, he'll be able to just tinker with it. So I'm gonna ship this separately from the Y connector. So it's going to fit right in here. Hope you guys can see. So I'm going to slide it right into here. There it is. So there it is, right? It's right inside of here, connected already. So all I gotta do is just mount it. I'm gonna mount it underneath here, just above the case of the, I guess, the shroud. As you can see, it has more room for one more. I don't think I'm gonna need another one. So once that's connected, all I gotta do is just move this adhesive tape and then just stick it underneath here. So let me see how it fits properly before I start to do that. So there we go. So it looked like it would work. It will work. It's right there. So when I turn it around, as so, you don't even see it. You do see a piece of it right here. I don't know if you guys can see that, but I'm gonna have to fix the camera angle, but you guys get the picture. It's gonna be right here. So in case he needs another one, he could probably turn the PC on his side and be able to see it from that point of view. All right, yeah, great. All right, so now that it's there, I have an idea on where to put it. I'm just going to remove it real quick so I'll be able to see what I'm doing in terms of connecting the other hub from the Lian, since Lian likes so much hubs, controllers. I'm gonna leave that right there for now so I can see it. It's right there. Hopefully, I don't know if you guys can see that, but it's right there. All right, now don't get me wrong, there are alternative hubs out there, but for right now I'm going to use this one because I have this one already on hand. Okay, so let's get the 24 pin connected. All right, so let's get this thing unwrapped. Fresh out the box, fresh out the wrapper. Guys, this is very flexible, very flexible. So this is what I like about these cables. I'm just gonna keep it black. I'm not gonna do anything fancy with it. Like normally, what I'll do, I'll mismatch it. I could do that, but just keep it black. If anything, if he wants to do that, my nephew, he could do that on his own time. I'm going to ship this with him too as well. But I would let him know if he wants to make any specific changes, he could do so later on a later date. So what we're going to do is get this thing connected into the PC. Normally what I'll do, I'll just run this through the wires here, so that way it kind of disappears, so that way it'll connect into the hub. So I would run this through here and then be able to connect it. All right, so I squeeze it through a gap right here, and here it comes out through there. That's how I like to do it sometimes. So I like to have it come out that side, so that way it kind of disappears out the way, and that goes right into the hub, as you can see. See? As you guys might have, if you guys have watched my prior video, I like to talk a lot about these. I like to utilize all my wire LEDs into the case, so that way I'm not feeding partial or half of this strimmer in the back of the case. So that way, I mean, I'm getting my money's worth, right? I mean, all this money I pay for this thing, I'd rather have all my wires show inside the case. So I'm going to just connect this right there, right inside, and I'm show you guys what I'm talking about. So this is going to go right into here. Okay, so I'm going to make sure this is in all the way. Look like I got it all the way inside. Okay, and behind the strimmer, I don't know if you guys can see that, but I have a, this is my temperature probe. I like to use this inside of my case. Gives me a reading of the temperature inside the case, right? So normally what I'll probably do later on, probably zip tie this so it'll be like a fixed location. It's kind of loose all over the place, but I use this to get a temperature inside my case. All right, so now that that's in there, I'm just going to feed this wire through the back. I'm going to move this out the way for now. And then have that fed partially right through the back. All right, so this is what I mean. So as you guys can see, it's ready for connection, right? So I'm not going to feed this all the way through like that. That would be stupid. I don't know who would do this, but there are some out there that would tend to feed this through the back of the case. There's no point in doing this. So what you want to utilize, utilize this flexibility here. So you'll be able to flex it left or right if need be. So I'm going to push this all the way in like that, and then be able to just connect this right into here. In, right? Now push the majority of it back inside the case, and there you have it. If you guys can see that, there you have it right here. So that's the way it's supposed to be. So now when you look back into the case, now you have all of your, as you can see, you have all of your LEDs exposed into the front of the case, as you guys can see, right? So that way you don't have to give yourself more work in the back, especially with this particular case, the Lancool 3, because remember, you have panels to close in, right? So you don't want to get in the way of those panels. So I have most of my wire inside the case. If I want, I could lean it more up to the top, give it a little more curve, or I'm just gonna leave it a little more straight. So I'm gonna leave it a little like, give it like a little just give it like a little curve right there. So it'll look like it's kind of going up, sorta. So I'm gonna leave it right there, come back here, and then all I gotta do is just flatten it as best as I can, get the Velcro tight, and there it is. Just make sure that the grommet isn't looking too crazy from the inside, from the outside. So there you have it, guys. Boom. Right? Now so what I'm going to do now, since I have this here, I'm going to make sure that the hub, or the control hub, I should say, it has a proper location for it. Okay, so I'm going to do now, I'm going to connect this, find a proper home for it in the case to see where I want to put it. So for right now, I have two locations for this thing. I have right here and right here. I'm going to aim for right here for right now and see how it works out. All right, so here is that trusty USB connector I have to worry about right here. There it is, along with the hub right here. I'm gonna get this thing out the box. It comes with the SATA power connector. This gives it power. You got that, it looks like magnetic adhesive, so I slap it right here. It's not strong, which is my only concern with Lian with these things. They don't make the magnetic strong. I don't know. I don't know why they don't make it strong. I believe it should be a lot stronger than what they give you, but I guess we'll see. If a lot of us complain about it, they'll change it. All right, so let's get this thing balanced. Let's get this thing connected. Okay. So I always have to keep in mind when I'm adding Lian connectors into the case that there's always some sort of takeaways in terms of USB connectors, especially when it comes to the motherboard. So the USB goes right into here. This gives it the control. All right. This is, now I'm giving another shot. So here we are with the connector for the 24 pin. Make sure this thing's connected all the way in. I see like a little gap there. Okay, so proprietary. So this is going to go right into here. Okay. Make sure it's seated all the way in. You don't want no issues when it plugs out automatically by itself. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to have it come down this Velcro tie and then fix it right here. That's the best location I got for it right now, is right here, guys. Okay, so it's going to go right here, and yeah, it shouldn't have to go anywhere. If anything, what I'll do, just to avoid any pressure, I'll just go behind here like so. There it is. And then now just connect it right in, so that way I could avoid any pressure being applied to the USB. And then just squeeze it in. And there you have it. There it is. Probably the same thing here, same thing as well. It'll look like the wires being pushed up against the wires. So I'm just going to push that on through. Right, there we go. There, better fit right there. What do you guys think? Leave comments down below. Booyah. I actually have a spare status floating around right here, so I'm going to share it with, I believe this is connected to this, what's connected to this right here, as well as I think the power is feeding power to this. So I'm going to share it along with the existing. Let me open this up real quick and then just slide this 2 in here. Get out the way. Hopefully you guys can see what I'm doing. That's right in there. So there's enough connections right there. There we go. So that's tight right there. I'll put that there for now. So there we have it. What I'll do is just run this through, connect this wire right here so I get it out the way so I don't look too stupid. There we have it. That's right there. Any more wire I gotta hide? No. So that fits right there perfectly. This is the probe. I'm gonna fit this back into the case right now so I won't forget. I'm just going to feed it right through that grommet. I don't know if you guys can see that. Feed right through the grommet, get it out the way, get a little closer look so you guys can see. So if you guys can tell, that probe is going right through the grommet back into the case. Now it's going to sit right behind the Strimer, which I'm okay with. As you can see, is right there. I don't know if you guys can see it, is right there sitting. So that's where I want it. So as that heat rises, it gives me a proper temperature of inside the case to a certain point. So that's going to sit right there. All right, so the hub is connected. That's good. And the next one will be the one connecting to the GPU. Now the GPU may take a little finesse because I may have to go back into the PSU box and take out more wires, because this I will no longer use. This goes back into its original box, and then I will use the pigtail PSU wires to connect to the Lian Strimer. All right, so hold tight. Okay, so the next one, well, like I said, guys, will be the Strimer Plus V2s for the GPU. All right, so what I'm going to end up unscrewing this so I'll be able to just play with the room inside the case. So I'm going to disconnect this GPU right here. That's out. Make sure this not in the way. There it is right here. Get those disconnected. Come out. Boom. So both doors are out. So these are the wires right here. This is where this is the 600 volt for the GPU. So we'll no longer be using this, so I'm gonna put this to the side for now. I'm able to just move it back and forth, make my adjustments that way. So let's go back into the PSU box and get the wires that I need. First thing first, let me get this out the box first. So let's get this out the box and see what we're working with. Okay. Again, with the white accents here. Here we are with the connector for the GPU. Let me put this to the side for now, so I won't misplace it. A thank you card, array this and that. So I'm going to keep it as is. I'm not going to play with the. I'm not going to change it. Leave it. Maybe I should. maybe I should. Maybe I should change this one white because there's so much black. I'm gonna put a little. Let me put like a little white into here. Where did I put it? Right here. So I'm going to change this to the white one, so you guys can see how I do it. It is like a two-tone feel of what's going on inside, so why not? Okay, so what I did, I removed the black trims, put it to the side. I'm going to install the white trims, give it more flair or more character to it to go with the aesthetics in the case. So get this right inside here. There we have it, right in there. See? So black and white. Right guys, can't beat that. So now I'm going to connect the wires, the appropriate wires to the PSU into these 3 connectors right here. Okay, so this is what I got together so far off camera. I had to look into the PSU box and find some wires that would be appropriate for the Strimer. So I found some pigtails here, or some splitters. So I'm going to just connect these straight in. You guys can see that, there you go. So get this right inside here. Right, that's in. Connect this one too as well, it's also splitting off. Okay, that's in. Now for the one, so this is also split, but I'm going to just use this one, the main one, look like, and then I'm just going to zip tie. I'm going to zip tie this to itself right here, so that way it's kind of out the way. So I'm going to zip tie it over here. So let's get that zip tie together. Got the zip ties right here. So it's kind of out the way. I can keep track of it when I need to move it out the way inside of the case. So zip tie this together to itself. Oh, that's not what I wanted to do, but I'll do another one. I want to zip tie this too as well. So let me give me one more. I want to zip tie this strangler, this loner right here. Get this loner together. Right, and then just make sure it's right. Okay, so you see I have it all together in one unit. So all together, make it tight, so I don't have to worry about it inside the case at all. Okay, where's my cutters? My wire cutters right here. Cut it from now, so I gotta cut it inside the case. There we go. And then just get this together inside this right here. There you have it. So now I'm going to just fit this inside the case to the PSU. Okay, so now that we have our wires connected, pigtailed and singled out, here we are. So gotta get this finessed inside the case so that way it will not be getting in the way of any connections inside the case. So I believe how I'm supposed to do it, I'm gonna have to run it. I'm gonna have to run it behind here and inside the case. So let's get doing that. It's kind of awkward, but just gotta make do with what I have. All right, so let me make sure this is correct. So LEDs is facing that way, the connector's right, that's about right. So let's get this inside. So let's mount this inside here. All right, okay. Okay, so I managed to run wire behind this cutout right here out from the shroud, so I'll be able to tie a zip tie. Just try to keep the wires together so that way they won't be all over the place underneath the fan base, underneath the fans and the top of the HDD trays. So try to keep them together as much as I can using the zip tie right here. Right now it's loose. I'm gonna tighten it once I get everything situated properly. So what we're gonna do is now, we're gonna rotate this, kind of give it like a bend. Like, let me see if I get this out the way first. Okay, get this out the way, kind of, sorta. Okay. Let me get this out the way. So we're going to just bend this in a way where it's, gotta make sure I put it in a way where it's not interfering with the fans in the front. So the first thing I'm going to connect is, let me get this out of the way, kind of, sorta. Hold on, you're in the way, buddy. All right, there we go. So we're going to connect the first one into the PSU, making sure that I don't have no wires in the way. So I have, what is this? This is a 8-pin. This 8-pin. All right, I see where to put it. So let's get this inside. Okay, good. I believe I got that one inside. So that's one. That's in. Next one. Bend inside underneath. Get it out the way. And then connect this one next to that one as well. Another 8-pin connector. That's inside. So they both are inside, out the way. So what I'll do now, with zip tie to tighten it right here, I'm gonna finish it off, cutting the access, because you may never know. It may slip through the holes and end up inside the fan. So that's out the way. Here we go, there we have it. That's in the way. No wires are being pinched. So this wire that's connected to the Strimer is going to be fed through the side, out the back. And then now I just connect this all the way in just to get it out the way. Hope that's inside. Okay, that's in. Don't look like it's going anywhere. Okay, that's in. I'll work with the bend later. Okay, that's in. And here it is out the back. So I should be able to just fit it. I gotta see how to fit this through now. I gotta do in a way where it's not too much tension. So maybe I could, let me see, turn it at a certain angle, like so. Right, like that. Wait a minute, what's this for? Oh, that's for the cedar, right? Oh, what's the cedar? Wait a minute. What goes here? So what I did like a little, I'm going to do like a little adjustments here. I'm going to have it come down this way, so that way I'll be able to easily access the connector from this point. Okay, so I'm going to do it that way. Yeah, that should do it right there. There are no severe tensions on the wires. Making sure everything's connected properly. If anything, I'll just do it like this, so that way it will be kind of snug fit for now until I get the adhesive back on there. Okay, so now this was just, let me see if I can run this neatly over there. do a little bit of wire management here. Okay, that's in there properly. And then now just get this over here. All right, that's in. And then I'll just close it up real nice and snugged right there. That should do it, guys. All we gotta do is put the adhesive back on there and boom. Can it close? Yes, it could close. There you have it. Do I have alcohol here? Okay. There we are. So there it is, guys. It's sticked on well. The splitter connected and exposed. We're going to connect the wire for back here inside the case. There we go. That's inside. So I'm going to get this mounted upside down into the case. Okay, so I managed to get it underneath. Wait, hold on, I want it more. There we go. I managed to get it underneath this platform right here, mounted evenly. I feel like I can't really see underneath it, so I'm just going by feeling. So I believe I got it. There it is. So if you look, I don't know if you guys can see it, but just, there it is, right there underneath. So there it is. Shouldn't go anywhere at all. So all I gotta do is tuck in these wires, and it should be good. Squeeze this in a little bit, and then get these Velcro together, and that should be it. There we go. Okay, so now so as you can see, it closes effortlessly, right? There's no obstruction of it closing, which is what I need to happen. There you go. Everything is snug fit. If I want to make it even tighter, I can do so. Let me see. This is okay. This is okay. This is all right. There we go. Let's get it flipped on the other side. And there we have it. Looking tight. All right. So now that that's in there, there should be no problem. Everything's out the way. Like I said, I have, what is this? What is that? What is this? What is this? What happened here? Okay, so what I had to do, I had to unplug it and just have the wires for that splitter sit on top of these wires here, so that way they won't get in the way. So I just have them sit on top of the existing wires for the GPU. All right, so everything should be properly connected for the most part. Make sure there's no bulge. I want no bulge. Make sure it looks good. There we go. I don't want no bulge, no unnecessary bulge, I should say. This is connected properly on that side. All right, I'm happy how it came out. Everything's connected on my side. So turning this thing on, all the RGB should just fly right on. Okay, so guys, so this is my first time routing a 4070 for a Strimer. So hopefully you guys can pick up what I'm showing you guys on how to connect it the way I did. Hopefully how I did it, you guys could take it to your build too as well. For a Lancool 3 Y connector for a USB, so that way I'll be able to split the signals. The motherboard itself only comes with 2, so I utilized one of the USBs and split it 2 ways. But in a sense, I disconnected this one so that way I'll be able to just use what I need. This could always be mounted inside later if case he needs to add more RGB. We will see. So I'm going to package this later on and ship it out to him. At first, when he sees it, he don't know what it is, but hopefully he will get to that point where he asks some questions. I will definitely explain to him. All right, so for the most part, I'm all done. Everything's all connected back to where it was. With new addition with this right here, this will be controlling the 24 pin along with the GPU wire. Everything's connected. Like I said in my prior videos, I don't like to have my streamers all the way in the back. That makes no sense. So at this point, I'm just using the flexibility of the access wire that's coming out of the streamer, as well as the 24 pin coming from the PSU. As you can see, I bend right here to get me my proper bend and flex, and it closes properly without any issues. Maybe I'll tighten some wires here and there, but for the most part, everything is connected the way it's supposed to be connected. This is sharing along with this power supplement, along, I believe, with the front panel. Everything should be a nice snug fit. I should have no issues in closing these panels. So let's get these panels on and see how well it does with the closing. So I'm gonna grab the first panel. Again, I should have no issues on closing it. Okay, I got a little bump here. Oh, I see why. Okay, I think I see what. Oh, so I got it too far this way, so I just gotta move it over some. So let's see. Hold on, let me see if I could route this underneath this bunch of wires here. I'd rather show you guys how I'm doing it, so that way you guys do encounter the problem I'm having, you guys could see that, you know, you guys are not the only one that's going through closing this panel issue. I like to put everything behind certain wires so that way it kind of disappears. That's in there. All right, put that aside. Where's the problem? Oh, it's good, but it could be better. It could be better. Let me see if I could navigate what's restricting it, kinda. Let me see. Maybe it's right here. Pushing in some more over here. Right there. There we go. Got it. See? So got it closed. All this mess you're not going to be able to see. Just close it. Sometimes it looks like you have to hit top and bottom, or depending how you close with force, there it is. One shot, one shut. There you see it? There you go. And it's closed, I ain't going nowhere. All right. Let's try the other panel now. Soon, guys, I'm gonna have to ship this to Texas, so you guys will be on the journey of that too as well. I'm gonna take it to what you call this place now, UPS, because my nephew's birthday is actually this month, Christmas is this month, New Year's is also this month, so I'm hoping I'll get this to him as fast as possible so he can enjoy his PC, whatever games he want to play. All right, so let's close these panels together. Here we go. Open, open, close, close. There we have it, guys. There you have it. Let me come out a little bit more. There you have it. And you could hardly see, because this is here, it actually covers the silhouettes of these wires. So you can't hardly see the silhouettes of wires, right? So that's the cool part about it, I think. Again, close the panels again for you guys. There you go, there you have it. Terabytes of storage, good display. Shouldn't have to worry about running out of storage anytime soon, depending what he's doing. This is snugged in, gotta make sure this is snugged in. At the same time, I wanna make sure that it doesn't get in the way of, what you call it? Closing the glass door. So this should be it right there. So let's get the door installed. Is this the side? I don't think so. Maybe no, that's not the one. Let me see. This should be the one right here. So let's get this one installed and see how it looks. Again, if you guys like what y'all see, please leave a like, comment anything that you want to comment. I will definitely reply. There we go. Ah, beautiful, beautiful. Let's get the other side. I think I'm okay with this. Yeah, this is cool. Can move this down a little bit. It'll get enough air. There's no air restriction. Guys, to be honest, it should just come right on without any issues. You heard? Let me get that probe out. There you go. I want that probe right here. I could zip tie. I should zip tie to something, so that way I want to see my probe. So I don't know. I should zip tie it that way, but I don't want to see zip tie string there. So I'm gonna see if I could. Let me see. Get that up here. All right, that should be good. Cool. Good. Good. All right, got my probe. Guys, I like my probes. So that's up there. Don't know if you guys can see it. I can show you guys that too as well. My probe is right there, so you guys can see it. Give me a temperature with inside the case. Same thing I've done for my daughter's PC, right? So making sure they both have equal of amount of features that's available to them if they need it. So that's done. Let's get the top installed. Where's that top thing now? There you are. Okay, get that installed, pushed in, and then screwed in. That's not going nowhere. I shouldn't have no issues on this side at all. Okay. And then once this is turned on, I'm going to move over to screen sharing so you guys can see what I'm doing in terms of settings. All right, there we go, guys. There we go. So let's get this thing plugged in and boot it up and see how we looking. Hopefully everything turns on in one shot. Okay, so now that everything is connected properly, which I hope it is. Wait a minute. I almost forgot to screw these things in. God damn it. I almost forgot to screw these in. Let me just do that one time. Get that out the way. What screws it is? I think it's these screws here. No. Where are those screws? Is it these? This could be right here. Let me see. Let's get these screwed in real quick. Yep. Get those in. I almost forgot these bad boys. I might as well do it now so that way I won't have to think about it later. Okay, all right. So let's get this thing plugged in and boot it up. Okay, got everything plugged in. Flip the switch. Switch the source from the monitor. Right now it's split in between my main rig and this PC right here. So let's see what happens when I get it all plugged in. I think it's display port 1. Let's get this thing plugged in through the, where's the keyboard? Keyboard is right here. This is my PC, guys. This is my main rig. What you're seeing right now, it's not this PC at the moment. I think what I was doing, I was splitting between the two of them. So let me see what happens. Okay, that's in. All right, guys, get it turned on. Oops. Switch flipped. Let's get it. Let's switch it. Display port 2. Turn on. Oh, so I have a little issue here. This one's not turned on. I gotta figure out why that's not turning on. Let's see if the GPU's okay. I got GPU functionality. That's good. Just got. There's power. There is power, but the RGB isn't turned, and I think I know why. I think it's a switch. So let's see if I could. I believe it is something to do with the switch. I remember seeing the switch back there. So let me see if I could get this thing. I could be, I believe I'm right. I think it's a switch thing. So let's get this thing open up real quick. Hopefully I can see it. Let's see. There it is. Wait. So you see it's flipping back and forth, but it's not where I want it to perform. Why is it doing that? All right, so I gotta figure out why it's doing this. There's no in between. It should be both of them. All right, so let's see what's good. Let's troubleshoot this and see why it's doing that. I believe I know why. All right, so let's turn it off for now and let's see what we can figure out. Is this thing on? No. Let me just hold on the power button for now. Okay, so let's get this thing powered down, plugged out, so I can figure this one out real quick. Okay, so, I wonder if it has something to do with this right here. Maybe I could plug this one to the top. Let's see. I believe this should go on the top. Let's see if I'm right. Okay, so that should be it. Wait a minute, there's an issue here. What could be the issue? Something happened. Oh, there we go. Maybe that'd be it right here. Okay. 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 It's not being nice at the moment. I gotta see what's going on. But I believe that's what it was. I moved it from this. I moved the connection from this point to the top, and I think I'm gonna move the switch up on top. Let's see if that works out. Okay, it's in. Oh, I'm not liking the way that's doing. I don't like that. Let's see how can I fix this real quick. That's in there. This is, I know this is definitely inside. Let me get this more snugged right there. Right there, that should be it. Okay. There we go. Got it. It was a 24 pin that was in the way. All right, so let's get this thing turned on. See if I figured it out. All right, turn it on. There we go. See, nothing to it, guys. Nothing to it. All right, so now that the hub is seeing both wires at the same time, I should have no issues on updating the L Connect 3. So what I will probably do now is switch over to the screen record so you guys see what I am doing. But for the most part, you guys can see that everything is lit up properly. I have no issues on connectivity. Everything is bright. Everything seems to be well balanced. So, well, it's supposed to switch over to its settings, but I don't know. I'm not too sure if it's going to do this. So let me just log in and see what happens. Okay, we're in. So yeah, so everything went to its settings except for those two. Those two have to go into L Connect and play with the settings that way. But yeah, let's get into doing that right now. But for the most part, guys, I'm pretty happy the way it turned out. I gave it a nice S curve at the bottom, so it goes like this down to the cutout. This I have the 24 pin more into the case, so that way I don't have to do with excess of RGB unnecessarily in the side of the PC case, so everything closes in properly. So everything's, in most part, is looking pretty darn good. Alright guys, so we're about to dive right into L Connect 3. Hopefully you guys can see somewhat of what I am doing. Oh, there we go. Got it nice and big and wide for you guys. Hopefully you guys can make out what I'm doing. If not, you guys could ask any questions down in the comments down below. Alright, so the first thing we're going to go over to is, first off, I'm running the version 1.6.30 the day of recording this. There might be a newer version. Let me see. I could just do this real quick. How would? Yeah, there is a newer version of this, so I probably update this after I am done. Yeah. So you know what? I'm going to update this first and then dive right into it. So let me update the software first. I believe I'm a few behind. Right now, again, I'm running 1.6.30. Let me see if I could dive into updating the, let me see, let's go to the website, Connect 3. Let's see if there's a newer, I'm sure there's a newer version by now. L Connect 3. Sometimes I feel as though it's always confusing on the downloads. Now let's see, L Connect 3. What happened? It's always tricky to download these things. I don't know why. I always feel the need that it's always a problem. Okay, this might be the latest version. All right guys, let me just update it first and come back to you guys. I don't want to waste any footage. Okay, so right now I'm running the version 1.7.4. I hope that's the current version. So what we're going to do, we're going to head over to the Strimer Plus lighting. As you can see, it should just replicate what we're seeing here on the screen, rainbow colors. So let's see what happens when we change them, so we know that it's communicating properly. Let's try the waves. These colors are what's going to happen through, I believe, 24 pin. So the 24 pin should just change automatically once I click apply. So there we have it. So it is changing to different colors. We go to the 8 pin. It should also change as well. Let's try snooker. I never heard that one before. Snooker, there it is, and it's changing over. All right, so we got good communication of these streamers. Then you have, let's do fade out or crossover. What's bullet? I thought I saw bullet stack. Let's see bullet stack. Apply. So that's bullet stack for the 2 8 pin. All right, that's happening over there. I'll also change the direction. So if I click the direction, it should go. You see directions being changed automatically. Not automatically, but when I click apply. As you can see, it's happening. So the next one I'll probably keep it this one. Let's do the other one too, bullet stack. So let's look for bullet stack. This should have it too as well. Bullet stack, apply, and you see it happening over here.